Hello again, everyone. We have 4 castings from the 2026 season of Hot Wheels, one from the F case and the others from the G cases. And let's take a look at these things. Let me just change the angle here, less glare, and I can see through my phone screen what I'm doing. So this is a tuned version of this 1969 Chevy Chevelle, and it is number 3 of 5 of the X Racers. And my understanding is X Racers all have some transparent stuff going on. For the year, it's number 53. If you like this specific colorway, that's the part number. No text. Where I live, they don't have any descriptive text on the vehicles. I'm not sure why they don't do that globally. And I reviewed this before, but this was so inexpensive that I bought the different colorway. So you'll notice this Trackstar logo here, so that's why I'm buying most of these things to run Hot Wheels on their tracks. Tells you what it is. No actual year when this was first put out. Alright, sorry for the camera really has a hard time with this shininess. Different sized tires there, and you can see the V8 engine is running into some side pipes, and this metal base is pretty wide. And we have some gray 5-spokes, and yeah, this like clear green body is nice. The door handle sticking up, there's a door lock here, huge side pipe outlet. And the metal is becoming the grille as well. So the headlights and stuff look good. It does literally say X Racers and 69 for the, I guess, year of Chevelle, right? That makes sense. The Hot Wheels banner here, some white and black striping. No side window, so that's great. The base is also the rear bumper. The license plate area. The taillights are there, they're just recessed in this green plastic. And yeah, you can see right through this one. These maybe nitrous tanks. I don't know what these two things, maybe a battery here, whatever that is, I don't know. Speakers perhaps. The 69 is part of this funky like striping, race stripes. Some venting here on the power bulges. Yeah, those are big bulges. Yeah, very neat, very cool. This is better than the other one because this green is more transparent. You can see like there's an air filter circle there. And then, boy, I don't know. Cam covers right there. What else? Maybe some exhaust pipes right there. Right? Okay. So, yeah, there is a window here, but it's very clear. It's not a very dark smoke on this window plastic. So, looking in here, well, you know what? I still get the flashlight. Just a perfectly flat steering wheel there. The dashboard is flat as well. There actually are 2 seats, ribbing, shifter, and some weird buttons in front of it. Okay. Yeah, look at that. There's no side impact protection on an X-Racer. It's just a clear body. It's really neat. You know what? I'm going to get the UV light out. Maybe this reacts to UV light. Alright, so that's cool. I've also reviewed this one before. But this is the second colorway, so Instant Boost. I like this because it's doing pretty well on the tracks that I reviewed. The metal base keeps it well planted. This is number 1 of 10 of the starting grid. So it's interesting that the second colorway is number 1 of a certain family. I can't remember what the first colorway, what it was part of, but anyways, for number 22 of the year, and that's the part number there. To my understanding, these numbers have nothing to do with a chronological order of releases. So, yeah, so as mentioned, this does well on the track for loopy tracks because it's a metal base. Tells you what it is. I don't really know copyright date. And then staggered wheels, this time they're in gold. The 5 spokes here. And then it's cool that this little side step board / wing barge board becomes the rear fender. That's a cool styling element. Also the front spoiler, you can see it's angled very high. So that lets it go through the loops without dragging. And then it's got some sort of like barge boards blending into the grill. And it's definitely a well-defined plastic grille. This dark plastic, you have this racer with the visor, steering wheel sticking up, and you got this neat little clear body, and you got this cup of coffee like character, just all smiling, instant boost. Brew, race, repeat. Okay, so now back here behind the character, almost looks like a blanket. But maybe it's supposed to be like froth of a coffee, an espresso froth or something. And then also here, there's some sort of detail. I can't make it out though, it just looks like some boxes with a C or I don't know if they're letters or what. But now you can see this is a 6-cylinder. And it's got the exhaust and the pulley system and all that stuff. So rear engine, yeah. It's cool. It's just a cute little character, but it happens to do really well on the loopy tracks. So I might collect all those in the future. I'll have to see. Okay, so Mario Kart. This one's just a standard kart, 4 of 10 of screen time, number 129. And that's the part number, I guess. So the base of this one is metal, painted blue, and tells you what it is. The Nintendo copyright. Doesn't tell me when it was first put out though. We have the different sized staggered wheels / tires, and I don't know if I've ever seen these wheels before. These they look like JDM wheels actually. These little 4 spokes, negative 4 spokes. Interesting. They literally are passing air. So then the top white plastic here is well painted with this red and the Mario logo. And just some side pods. The steering wheel isn't perfectly flat, so that's nice. Oh, this is actually metal right here. I think. It feels cold to the touch. What about this? Yeah, this is all cold to the touch, this black back here. So that's unexpected. The base and the top black are all metal. Only the white is the sandwich plastic. So this might be heavy. Well, I don't know. Still skeletonized quite a bit. But scaling wise, it looks like it would be much bigger than 164. Yeah, okay. And the exhaust pipes there have a little recess. Sadly it's chipped off already, the yellow. And that's it. Not much engine detail or motor detail there. Lastly, I'm not sure why this is labeled the Mazda Autozam. I'm sure there's a story behind it. I also feel like this could be one of those Legends cars. You know, like someone in the real world built this, but it's not recognized here. Number 2 of 10 of dirt, 146, and that thing there. What is going on here? Well, it tells you it's a Hot Wheels and what it is, kind of. Although I still don't know why it's called. An Autozam is like a sporty car put out by Mazda. Okay, well we have a ladder frame here, tubular frame, and then we still have the regular frame on top of that. And these are crazy tall wheels. they're off-roady, they're blingy, they're just over the top. It seems like there's actually a gray for the lip of the wheel, and then obviously the rest is black. And there's a center rib, so very little drag I think on the track. Only that rib should be touching the ground, hopefully. Okay, so on the front here, yeah, these are the axle protectors to keep the axle from bending. Okay. I don't know, some sort of frame details, maybe leaf springs right here. And it has like a cartoony mouth / grill. They look like teeth, right? Chomping down. Some rivets sticking out. And it's nice that they printed on the headlights. The black and the white make them look realistic. And it's got an Autozam logo. And actually it's trying to say Autozam right there. I think it actually does. This is a nice metallic purple paint job. It's got 2 little wiper blades there. Very narrow body though. It's got some mirrors casted in. And then it's got 4 running lights up top and this black, inside of a black like rack up here. Maybe 2 more on the side. The Hot Wheels banner there. I don't know what that says. 29, some striping, 4-wheel drive, some mud splattering is nice. And then like a roll cage. And then, well that's weird. They look like horns from a semi-truck, but why would they be down facing backwards, downwards? Anyhow, some tanks, maybe these are like nitrous tanks, and just blank up here. And then we have apparently the engine back here. Air filter, looks like it would be a 6-cylinder. Yeah, all in all, it's actually well detailed. Back here, more maybe leaf springs, more of the frame, maybe even a tow hitch. But what would this be? I wonder. I don't know. And this also looks like it could be a tow hitch as well. Well, that is a funky vehicle. It's so... the body itself is so small, but then it's just like a monster truck, right? It's like a K-class monster truck. Let's do some weight checks here. You can ride up or down as you see fit. Yeah, that thing's pretty light, but does well on the loopy tracks. Yeah, so that's it's still not that heavy, but I thought it was going to be a lot lighter. And it turns out this is a real vehicle. It did win the Legends thing, but it was white. It's from a guy from Netherlands. In Autozam, they make more than the AZ1, apparently. So this is actually relatively decent in weight. So Autozam makes other cars, and apparently they make K-class trucks like that. I did want to show, here's the other one I reviewed with the gray body. And you just can't see through it as easily. Although it does have a nice, I think what it looks like a green interior. I like the wheels on this, these lime-colored wheels. I almost wish, like, if this had the wheels from here on this would be the best of all of them. But and also the neon printing on this body is nice. But it's just a lot harder to see that engine, right? Look at that, it's just better. So if I had to pick the two, or I suggest you get that one. And then instant boost. Yeah, the original one, it just looks like a cup of coffee, right? But I guess this could be considered one of those clear iced coffee cups. Whereas this is a hot coffee cup. There's some sort of arrow there, I don't know why. And then, oh, I didn't even realize the wheels on this thing are clear. Or are they? No, maybe it's just catching the light a certain way. Wait a second. Yeah, they actually are transparent. I did not catch that. They just look black here, right? But it's, yeah, that's cool. That's a nice touch. I didn't know they even made transparent brown wheels within the Hot Wheels line. So definitely liking the wheels of this more. I just wish that maybe they shouldn't be that dark if they're lighter in color. Whereas this one just has metallic green ones. I think the character is the same, the printing. It's just that they're using different colors, right? Yeah, it's really hard to, well, you know what? They are a different graphic. Never mind, hold on. Because that clearly says 15. Oh, never mind, it's a negative of 15. It's just a little deceiving being on a clear body. Yeah, I think in general, this one's better just because it's clear. But this is the first colorway, so yeah. So let these do a spin at a low angle. It's crazy how tall that thing is. Yeah. And that's pretty low to the ground. Nice low center of gravity. This is actually pretty high off the ground, but it has the track star status. But it has very steep angles of approach to go through the loops. I think this will go through the loopy tracks pretty well as well. The weight slow down. Oh, but there's a little high up there. But very steep angle of approach is there. So, yeah, which do you guys like the most today? That is a hard one. I think I'm actually liking this thing, just because it's actually a real car in the real world, just painted white in the real world. So, and I already reviewed both of those before, and I never really played Mario Kart more than like 5 times in my life. It's just, I was already too old and drunk somewhere, instead of playing video games. Okay, well, that's it for today. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you the next time a little batch of Hot Wheels comes in.